we're supposed to hit 100 next week, which would be the fastest we've ever hit 100 since they've been making records. Does that change anything or any of your, planting calendar?
It will change the planting calendar, and it'll certainly change where in particular you're going to be growing what. And that's a key to, I think, your success in Arizona is understanding, which is really the number one key. Number one key is the location in your garden. Understanding the locations in your garden that are going to be most successful for the next 6 months. And that's kind of what you want to look at. If I'm about to plant something, I want to look 6 months in advance. I want to see what's the weather likely going to do. And so if we're looking at temperatures that are a month and a half ahead of schedule, then I've got to start looking at my planting calendar a little bit differently. Now, your traditional planting calendars that you get from the county extension are 100-year average data in one area of your yard, which is full sun. And the back of your seed packets are sharing the exact same kind of information. It's going to have a generalized input over 100 years of data based on farm data, and it's all full sun if you're growing vegetables and fruits and stuff for your family. So full sun, however, is not your ideal growing condition for Arizona in the summertime. And if you're ahead of schedule, then that whole calendar is now possibly a month and a half off. And so you have to look ahead almost at least 2 to 6 weeks in advance. And you got to look, okay, this is my list of what's to be planting. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But I think first thing you need to know is, where is my best place to grow? And so here at Agriscaping, we actually developed microclimate technology, and we've been tracking since 2001. We've been tracking how microclimates affect the growing of your vegetables in your garden.